It's good to be back, yeah. Back again.
Oh, yeah.
Talk sports with my friends.
Who, us?
2 minutes before we start live drafting.
Us?
I like that.
Live drafting our last. I don't know for you guys. This is my last fantasy league of
This is my
the
last
season.
one
This
as
is
well.
it for me. I got to help Amanda in her draft tomorrow night, but other than that,
Oh, did she get in?
the girls got
girls'
their
league?
league up and running,
That's
so
cool.
shout out to them. I told Amanda I'll try better this year. I let her down. I drafted Lockett and
DK Metcalf?
DK Metcalf for her.
Why?
Right? Because I wasn't paying attention.
Why, sir? Why?
I failed her. So this year I'm gonna have my head in the game.
You have failed this.
And me and her are gonna I'm gonna help her win that league, or at least win back her money.
There you go. So, look, I'm not going to lie. There's a minute and 15 seconds before this draft starts. Being at the number one, I understand CMC is the overall number one pick.
The consensus.
He is the consensus.
number
He
one
is.
pick.
I kind of, sort of want to throw a curveball into this. And I really like Breece Hall. I'm a Jet fan, but I really believe that behind
Do
this line,
it.
he's going to kill it.
See, where I'm picking at ninth, it doesn't matter. I could give you guys honest advice because, you know, I want to see us all do well. I want to, you know, it's a competitive league, yes.
I hope you all suck.
But I know for a fact that CMC, CeeDee Lamb, Breece Hall, these are guys that are not getting to 9. So I could give you an honest opinion, and I'm telling you, it's interesting what you're thinking about doing. And because CMC is the consensus. He is the guy, but
My issue with him, since he's come to the Niner, he's been a workhorse. He has been. He's already had a calf injury. It makes me worried. It just does.
shout out to my cousin Mike. He is swearing Breece Hall is going to be the number one offensive player in the league this year.
I do too. Only because, dude, I want
CMC
somebody
at 2.
who is.
CMC at 2.
Oh my God, we have 2 minutes or a minute 45 for this pick. All right, I'm just gonna take CMC, but I really do agree that Breece Hall is gonna have an awesome year. I truly believe
There
that,
he is. It's in.
I'm
is
done.
Oh.
I took CD. We're over. Third pick up. You go. I ain't sitting here. I ain't sitting here wasting my
So he
time.
didn't-
I'm not thinking of it. I'm not beating on
So
the same
the
words.
Dallas
It's
fan
over.
has now taken CeeDee Lamb.
I took CMC.
He took CMC.
Here's why I like Breece Hall though. He's hungry, looking to get paid.
Oh, Breece Hall went third.
That's Justin.
So
There you
Justin
go.
took
See, I
Breece
told you he
Hall.
wasn't
There you
last.
go. No.
Bijan Robinson's not last, and these
No.
guys are not last.
Tyreek
Tyreek
went
Hill's
fourth.
now gone. See, some of these.
It's gonna go. And again, but they should go. These guys should have big years. Bijan Robinson should have a better year with Kirk Cousins this year.
Oh, absolutely.
CMC is just a touchdown beast. I mean, forget about it. He's going to get his touches in San Fran, and he's going to do his work. He's track record is proven. They're still a solid team. He's going to be as good as it gets. CeeDee Lamb, Dak on a must-have year.
Coming off finishing second in the MVP voting.
Exactly. Yeah. I think that those are all solid picks. Again, I have no problems with anybody else taking afterwards, whether it's Tyreek Hill or anybody else. These are all guys that are going to fly off the board early.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's why, to me, I can't really target anybody at 9 because I don't
You
know
gotta
who's
wait.
going to be there.
You
You
gotta
got to
wait
wait.
to
You
see.
have to wait.
You gotta wait.
You
to
should
see.
have
Have to
some
wait.
sort of idea as to who you think is going to be there. But yeah, definitely have to wait another few picks to get an idea, just in case anybody does.
All right. So, ironically enough, you have 4 teams with playoff aspirations have a player go. Right? San Francisco, Dallas, Miami, and the Jets. Right? 4 teams with playoff aspirations.
Correct.
If you had to say in order of how they finished their year, 1 through 4, what order do you think those 4 teams finish? Just right. I'm not saying playoff, Super Bowl, and like just overall, who you think has the best record?
Probably.
San Fran, Dallas, Miami, or the Jets?
San Fran, Dallas, Miami, or the Jets?
Well, I kind of think.
I think Miami's going to have a better year than the Jets. I'm throwing it out there right now.
You have thought that we've gone back and forth on
So
that for
I
a
think
while.
I'm going to go Miami over the Jets, but I think the Cowboys are an 11-6 team. So I think they're right there. I don't know. I feel like they're pretty much.
I kind of feel like they're all the same. Like
Bijan Robinson off the board is
they're all going to be
just so everybody knows, top 5.
They're all double-digit win teams, in my opinion.
No surprises in the top 5, by the way. Outside of Tyreek, maybe, but even still, he's a beast too. He's going to get you catches.
You know what? Surprisingly enough, I'm going to say the Jets have the best out of all 4.
Yeah? All right. I think it's Miami, or not Miami. I'm sorry. I think San Fran has the best record. Then I got the Jets and Dallas having basically the same record.
San Fran should have the best record,
and Miami coming in at the bottom.
I think they fall down a little bit. I really do. I do.
San Fran or Miami?
By the way, San Fran. Guy we talked about last week. How do we not bring this up? Ricky Pearsall gets shot in the chest.
Yeah, what
is going on in this world?
So nuts.
He's getting robbed and then got shot, and then thankfully, thank God, he didn't hit any vital areas. Didn't hit any vital organs, and he's already back. I think on the practice field.
Yeah, he's supposedly doing. Yeah, I don't know if he's practicing, but he's supposedly doing really well.
Good. That's unbelievable.
Thank God, man.
But I mean, what kind of world are we living in? What are we doing? What are we doing? I can't figure it out. And I don't think he was in a bad situation. I don't think he put himself in a bad. It was bad, wrong place, wrong time.
You're up next.
Amon St. Brown and Jamar Chase.
So,
but again, all guys expected to go.
So I think Chase is a risky move, man. He's still holding out. He's just showing up at the facility, but he's not playing or practicing.
They're going to get something done.
Garrett Wilson just went. So now you got your
Paula
choice of
taking
A.J.
a jet.
Brown.
Wow.
You got just Justin Jefferson.
A.J. Brown, Jonathan Taylor.
You can go Jonathan Taylor if you're thinking running back.
I mean, I got to be honest. It's hard for me not to take Jefferson because he's just solid. He led me to championships.
Okay.
I don't hate that at all.
Who's throwing him the ball, bro?
It doesn't matter. Who threw him the ball last year?
Let's go.
Who threw him the ball last year?
Yeah, I mean, over half but he missed a lot of time last year too, and he still put up numbers.
I'm looking at it. A.J. Brown, he's got Devontae Smith. I don't know. I think he's going to have a really good year. Jonathan Taylor and Derrick Henry. You guys have heard me boaster about Derrick Henry. I think he's going to do really well there with Lamar Jackson, but I just can't turn down Justin Jefferson. So
we got your little ding. That's awesome.
We got your ding.
Nice. Little ding, so you know Eric's pick.
Little ding-a-ling-a-ling.
So in this room we had a running back get taken number 1, CeeDee Lamb get taken number 2, and Justin Jefferson taken number 3.
Well, number 9.
Or number 9, sorry, just third in this room. My bad.
You're good, brother.
Let's be doing it. All right, so how about this for these 3 players? Who has the most all-purpose yards? Not touchdowns, all-purpose yards. So rushing and receiving. Is it clearly McCaffrey, or do we think
almost
Jefferson
had 2,000
or
last year, but CD at 17. But did he have like 100 yards rushing too?
I think he had like 30. I don't think he didn't have anything crazy with rushing.
And I know he was hurt last year, so Jefferson wasn't at that point. But through the first 3 years of his career, he put up record monster numbers. I'm gonna say Justin Jefferson this year.
Jonathan Taylor and A.J. Brown off the board as well. Off the board.
And we're at the 12th pick. Back-to-back for Dustin, right? He's the Finstones?
Yeah, he's the Finstones.
So, Dustin, who's he go? Would you go with the back-to-back running back and just stack 2 big names?
Nothing wrong with that.
Maybe Derrick Henry and Gibbs, or Gibbs and Barkley for the more of the receiving threat?
There's plenty of options. That's why I don't like the
with a lot of receivers going off, maybe he wants to go that way. Puka Nakua's still there.
Marvin
Harrison Jr. I mean, there's
a little early for Marvin, but it's all up to you. It's who you feel. That's what I love about fantasy. It's who you think is going to have a good year.
has to throw somebody the ball, right?
Yep.
And to be honest, we've boasted for the last 2 years, I feel like, talking about how good and how NFL ready Marvin Harrison Jr. is. I boasted
the last
all
couple
about
years.
The draft
everyone's been saying
saying that he was the most NFL ready player. He was the one guy in the draft. Him and Alt were the 2 that I was like, if the Giants get either of them, I'm happy. And for that reason, I gotta think he's gonna do really well with Arizona. I think he's gonna do really well with Murray.
No.
Somebody auto pick?
No, I think
it's
draft
it's like a draft. Because Dustin can't get in. So Noose, I think, who's our commissioner, paused the draft.
I don't know what to do during
30-second pause. That's all. That's
right.
what that timer is right there.
I wonder why I can't get in.
I don't know. But
I love you, Dustin, but this is Dustin. So I don't know. he could be in the car or something. Dustin's on his own time. That's what I mean by that.
Dustin literally has the busiest life of any human
He does.
being
He's
I
got
know.
2 kids.
Listen.
3 dogs, or is it 2? 2
I
dogs.
think 2 dogs.
He lives 40 minutes away from here.
So somebody got drafted. Somebody looks like
Derrick Henry.
Okay.
So
Derrick
I don't
Henry
know
on
if
board.
Dustin's in or if it auto drafted for him, but
Yeah, that looked like an auto draft, but I can't tell. But I feel like if it was an auto draft, it would have auto drafted 2 right in a row. So it may not have been an auto draft because
So we'll see.
well, I don't think it would have.
Mad love though to you, Dustin.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Timmy in the chat.
Shout out Timmy. What up? Drafted with his brother Carl last night in a different league. Waiting for Fife to call in. He's going to call in and give us, I'm sure,
Some
rundown
fantasy
of how
advice,
he thinks my
hopefully.
team sucks. But you know, while we got a little bit of a pause here, I mean, I could tell you guys what my team was from last night, and you guys could tell me if my team sucked. All right, so I got Dak Prescott, Josh
Sucks.
Jacobs,
Sucks.
Ford from Cleveland,
Sucks.
Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Malik Neighbors, Brock Bowers, Elliott, and the Steelers.
Another pause.
And
it must have been an auto draft.
and then on the bench, I got Jaden Daniels, Singletary, Swift, Keenan Allen, and Khalil Shakur.
Doesn't sound like a bad team.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a bad team at all.
I was just joking to everyone out there when he was saying his first couple people.
You know what I mean? That was last night's draft. But I drafted 11th in that one. A little different. And it's a standard CBS. There's like no extra points, no anything. Like there's no,
No
like
bonus
bonuses
points.
or anything. It's straight 2 running back, 3 receiver, no flex.
Oh wow.
So there's no there. You have to have some receivers, otherwise you're screwed in that league. And especially because there's no bonuses, so like you don't get like if your guy, you got to have guys that go off. You can't have guys that like rely on bonuses or whatever because you don't get them.
Yeah, Dustin must be still not being able to get in.
Feel bad for him. He might end up
I
with
do
Puka
too.
Nacua though, so it's not like he got 2 bad picks. Derrick Henry, Puka Nacua.
We'll
I don't
see.
know. Yeah,
Yeah, Puka.
That's what I
Gave
look
him,
at.
gave him Puka.
Yeah.
But listen, hey, he got a full extra minute between
Puka,
the
Puka,
two
Puka,
30-second
Puka.
breaks. I hope he's able to join us at some point because I think you guys are like me. Nobody really wants to see anybody
I
auto
don't want
draft.
to see anybody auto draft.
I don't want to see auto draft. However, I do want to see stupid draft picks early. Let's go.
Well, that's
I'm not
that's
gonna
the
lie.
dream. You want things to fall.
I want
you
things to
fade.
fall. I have the 1.
But
You
I
have the
mean,
2. We want things to fall.
Saquon Barkley just went number 2 in round 2. So I'm coming up here. I got
Wow,
Gibbs. I got
so
Marvin
Kerry went-
Harrison, Drake London. I don't know.
I like Kerry. Kerry's investing in the Eagles. A.J. Brown and Saquon Barkley back to back.
That's
How-
to me.
she's
That's
a-
she's
she's a
you're
Cowboys
competing.
fan. Yeah,
say, how's she
How do
gonna
you do that, Kerry? Come on.
Kerry.
I hope
Fuck-
she's
fuck
watching
the
it.
Eagles.
Maybe she
Excuse
chimes
my
in the
language.
chat.
They are 2 very good, productive
Or if
fantasy
they don't feel
players.
like chiming in
Also.
the chat and they want to text it out, they can let us know. Hey, listen.
Yeah, I'd love to see
Why
some
don't
shit
bad.
talk
I'd
my
love to
pick.
see some bad draft picks take place right now. Feel free to reach for players that I don't want right now.
All right, TJ.
Yeah, exactly.
Please.
Draft the guy that retired years ago.
Please. Yo, in my the ESPN league that I
All right,
did last
I'm up,
night,
and I gotta tell
Tom,
you,
you could draft Tom Brady,
if I gotta be honest, who say it again? Who just went?
Pacheco.
Pacheco.
If that I went
was
right
your
before
dude.
me, I was gonna go with him.
Oh,
So
you got-
now I gotta think. To be honest, I'm probably gonna go Gibbs. I can't see a reason not to. He's gonna catch the ball out of the backfield. He's gonna have I like that upside in a PPR league.
I don't hate it.
Plus, what school do I root for? What is that? What's
Roll
that little
Tide.
university? That small one?
LSU Tigers?
Oh, that's blasphemous, Joey. That's blasphemous.
Oh, he took Justin Jefferson, right?
I know that's still blasphemous right there.
Nah, roll Tide. Tide. That's who you root for.
Roll Tide. They kicked ass this weekend, by the way, 63-0.
Who
So
they play?
they played Western Kentucky, so I can't really brag about it.
Whatever.
But
They
wait.
did well.
While you mentioned
Take a dub.
college football, what the hell happened to Florida State?
But how hurt is he? I see questionable. That's the only thing I'm questioning.
His hamstring, I remember from earlier.
I gotta go.
I don't know how long. I think it's been like.
I gotta
8
go with
years.
it. I gotta go with it. I gotta go with it.
Don't hate it, bro. Don't
Eric,
hate it at all.
Florida State. What?
Oh, they
Two-
suck. Well,
two
by the way, it's their
major
quarterback.
losses.
It's their quarterback. Their quarterback started actually at Clemson after Trevor Lawrence, and he sucked there. Had to transfer. He transferred. Somehow got his way into Florida State, and now he is sucked at Florida State. Look it up. He like OJU or something like is his like because he's got like 3 names like it whatever. But anyway, he sucks. And he's the blatant reason that like I wouldn't go near that kid with a 10-foot pole. He is
wow.
he is that like he has to be the difference because Clemson sucked under him and now Florida State sucks under him.
That's
and the
funny.
only common denominator there is him. So I gotta think there's a problem with him.
Marvin Harrison Jr. and Kyron Williams are the last 2 picks to go. Joey, we still got 3 more picks before I go.
So what are you targeting? What are you thinking?
I mean,
You can talk all you want because you
But
picked
that's
before
what I
me.
mean, and it picks way before me. So we're talking in an open forum here. What do you? I know you don't want to give too much away, just in case somebody's listening.
Well, that's why I'm not saying anything.
Drake London, Mike Evans, Cup, Nico Collins.
A lot of people seem
HA.
down on Devontae Adams because you didn't even mention him. So I'm wondering.
I'm down on him. He's 32 years old.
Bro, we talked
and
about
then he's
this.
got no heart. He's got no heart left.
I
either.
think he's gonna have a good year, but he's not a second round pick for me.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's just not a second round pick for me.
Let's see.
Looks
Timmy.
like Jeff might be auto drafting now.
Timmy's calling Florida State the semi-clowns instead of Seminoles.
Oof.
They're garbage. But listen, Florida's garbage too, though.
Hot garbage.
Like Florida isn't any good either. So they have no. The Gators shouldn't be chomping away over there. But Timmy, he's a Notre Dame fan. Fighting Irish, 57.
Gotcha.
Fighting Irish. He's a Notre Dame guy, and they went to LSU and beat their old coach Chip Kelly in a pretty good game. I don't know if either of you guys caught it.
Is
the
that
other
where
night.
he slammed the fist on the table?
Yep.
Yeah.
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 But again, common denominator there, Chip Kelly.
Yeah.
Chip
know what I
Kelly,
mean?
man, what a character he was. He was something for the Eagles. Yeah,
Devon Archain.
A-Chain?
A-Chain. Archain? I say Archain.
There's no R.
There's literally no R. In
There's
his
no
name.
R.
I'll just make it up then.
Apparently, bud. There you go.
I want to draft that other guy, Devon Archain.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of just, hoping some people drop. Because I'm kind of thinking the same way Dave is. So we'll see what happens.
All right. Somebody else will be joining in the next round or so.
Sweet.
Sweet. 5. So yeah. But it's so long for me to pick again. I don't know who's going to be there left.
Well, then I think you need to talk about something you want to talk about then. And,
We want to talk Caitlin Clark?
You can talk.
I mean, nobody talks more WNBA than we do. Okay? I'm gonna shout that from the rooftops. If you like the WNBA, you should be liking, following,
Dave, you're next,
subscribing,
aren't you?
sharing.
Or 2
You should be
picks.
doing all those fun things.
We do talk a lot about
But I mean, they're
about
setting
the
more
W.
records. I mean, like they're just doing things that haven't been done before. They're unbelievable. But at the same time, Caitlin Clark is slowly, in my opinion, starting to run away with the Rookie of the Year. Although I did think it was funny that after last week's show that we did, the very next day, that thing came out from like ESPN or whatever, where they ranked them and they had Angel Reese ahead of her.
for the WNBA
for
Rookie of the Year.
and in the rankings. And I'm like, how is that even possible? She just beat her the night before, scored 31 points on her. Now, granted, Angel Reese had another double-double or whatever, but they're both unbelievable.
No, they really are.
And
They're
I
great.
got to be honest,
And they're
I
bringing
think
the
the
league to
Fever,
another
I'm calling it now. I'm going to die on a new hill here. The Fever getting to the second round.
Oh, you
I think
okay.
the Fever could be good enough to win a first-round game and get to the second round of the WNBA. playoffs. They've been coming on. They've been hot the second half of the year. They started slow. So believe it or not, they've been a much better second half team. And the more they play under Caitlin Clark, I mean, she's absorbed, I think, it's 17 flagrant fouls. Like, I think like 80 or something stupid. Like 80% of like the flagrant fouls have been against Caitlin Clark.
Oh my God.
And like most of them have all come from like the sky. But yeah.
Well, Dave is up right now. So we just already
right.
we had after Devon Achane, Patrick Mahomes went, Drake London, Travis Etienne, and now Dave is up.
What's he gonna do?
Dave went with Nico Collins. Son of a bitch. So
I'm
not
see,
gonna lie.
I gotta be honest. I don't like it, and I'm gonna tell
don't?
you because they just got Stephon Diggs and they're getting Tank Dell back. There's only one football, and they got Joe Mixon, so they've so many people to spread the ball around too.
Nico Collins is going to be their number one.
I don't know about that.
Number one wide receiver.
Well, I'm reaching. I don't care.
I don't know about that.
I'm going Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp. All right, and while you're doing that,
and
I'm gonna add a Mr. Eric Pfeiffer to the line here, and he could start critiquing some of our early picks.
What up, Fife?
What up, Fife?
Can he hear us?
Well, we can't hear him, I think.
I can hear
Can you
him.
hear me?
Yeah, we got
go.
you. We got you loud and clear.
This is where I don't know who to pick.
Well, what are you looking at? Maybe Fife can help you. He's an impartial
You know what?
fourth person.
No, I'm going
If
Josh.
you're
I'm just
deciding between two-
taking my second running back. Screw it.
Who'd you take?
Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs. Third round?
Bro, I don't blame you. I don't like it. I'm with you, Fife. I hate having this pick because, in my opinion, everybody kind of sucks at
He
this
just went
2-3.
He went. So now his roster, just so you know, is CMC, Cooper Kupp, Josh Jacobs.
I don't like Devontae Adams. I don't like Mike Evans. They're older. I really don't like them.
Cooper Kupp ain't no spring chicken either. I mean, Cooper Kupp's not a bad pick. But Mike Evans is a consistent 1,000-yard receiver. Year in, year out, no matter who's chucking him the ball. And until he stops doing that, I like him better. There's some value at running back late, but you got to make sure you don't let them all slip away.
Well,
you got your two.
That's the point. I'm only at the one, so I got to wait 24 picks. That's why I'm like, I don't know who's going to be taken in 24 spots.
That's just it, isn't
You
it?
get antsy, bro. You get antsy.
I do.
You almost have to not look at it. You almost have to just put it away and just like open it back up later after people have drafted. Because if you hold on to guys too much and you're watching them on the board, eventually you're like, oh, you get so fixated on one that you forget to look at like other people along the way. And then all of a sudden that guy gets taken, and then you're scrambling with 2 minutes to come up with a second option. So it's kind of like you want to prepare, but it's hard to prepare.
Eric and I went and we drafted a league last night. It's non-PPR, which people eat up running backs pretty quick. And both of us went wide receiver in the first 2 rounds. And I still ended up with David Montgomery and Rashad White as my RB1 and RB2, and I'm okay with it. Because David Montgomery's in the exact same position he was in last year. I don't care if they say they're going to give Jahmyr Gibbs more touches. It's a non-PPR. Montgomery's going to slam the rock home in the end zone.
Oh, definitely.
Look at Jamal Williams. Jamal Williams in his last year in Detroit, right? Like, that position in Detroit, that power back, that goal line back is a huge fantasy value. And then I don't have much else after that at running back.
Don't like that.
But then after that, I don't have very much at running back. But I'm okay with that because I can play, and I'll play as the year goes. I got Chubb to see what happens, but I'm never confident on a guy coming back from a knee injury. But
and they're taking their time with him. He's out the first 4 weeks.
Listen, Jacobs could be rejuvenated in Green Bay. And that's a guy that I took in a few of my best ball picks drafts,
And AJ Dillon is done for the year too. And Marshawn Lloyd, I believe,
he wasn't
going
to get much anyway. Yeah, no, it's not. It's definitely not a bad pick. I just wanted to give you the old fart noise.
Appreciate it, Fife. And then
I wanted to make you think about it.
And then Fife.
So what did everybody else do?
Go ahead, Dave.
So
Dave had the second pick.
Dave had the second pick right behind Joey.
So right now I have
I got it in front of
I'm
me.
up in 2 picks.
I have C.D. Lamb, Nico Collins.
You're just going to pick everyone I told you about,
and
Eric,
Sam
sorry.
Laporta.
What the
CD
hell?
was number 2. So, yo, check it out. I got.
And my squad's
I
took
got.
2 quarterbacks.
Who'd you take?
Mahomes and Jackson. But we don't do 2 QBs.
And some people do that because they think they'll trade one. You're never going to get that value in a trade for a quarterback. Trust me.
Oh, that is stupid.
I am on the clock.
Yo, so I got CD with the 6th. Last night, I got CD with the 6th overall pick. I was right smack dab in the middle.
Yeah, no
was so
way
happy.
CD was falling to 6 in this league.
Yeah,
No way. No
wait.
way.
Back to back just went Jalen Hurts and Josh Allen, too. Wow.
You guys aren't in a 2-quarterback league, are you?
no.
It's very surprising to see.
No, but I
quarterbacks
think
go this
where
early.
where it's sitting now, I almost have to go Mike Evans here because again, consistent 1,000-yard guy. He's going to get his touches.
Go with your heart. Don't go with what Fife tells you to pick.
I'm not, but I'm looking at the list here, and I have Devontae Adams.
Dude, last night-
Adams, who's questionable. You guys know how I feel about Ayuk. There's Samuel there. There's Devontae Smith. And then you get to, like, Metcalf, Waddle, where you're like... Mike Evans is a true number 1, and I like true number 1s.
There you go. There's nothing wrong with that,
Justin
dude.
Jefferson, Mike Evans, Jahmyr Gibbs in a PPR league. I think I like the sound of that. It just sounds like catches.
Sign it up.
Sounds like catches.
Hit that draft button.
I like Debo.
I do too. I like Debo a lot this year.
Listen, I got to run into a store. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Sounds good, Fife.
I'm doing it.
There you go.
Who'd you
I
take,
gotta
Mike
do it.
Evans?
This is a consistent 1,000-yard guy. We were talking about it outside. I said
I don't think there's anything wrong with taking him.
There's definitely nothing wrong.
Oh, he locked the car. In case you were wondering, ladies and gentlemen, he locked the car.
All right.
Yeah, this is
kind of interesting doing this podcast while we're drafting.
I've never.
I hope some people from the league are watching too.
Do you want to put up the NFL week so we could pick games?
There you
we're
go.
definitely going to have to do that, and that's part of the reason that I wanted to make sure that Fife called in, so we can definitely get our picks in.
So how do you guys do them? Do you guys do it with a spread, or is it just pick the winner?
No, we just do pick the winner.
Okay.
And I think, in years past, we've done it where we've just each have picked a game. We've also done it where we picked the whole slate of games. I don't know how you guys want to do it. So, we can vote on that too before we do it. The only thing is that, we'll do, 4 games a week then? If we did it that way.
that's
So,
fine.
I think that's a pretty good number of games
Who
to
did
do.
just root for the Giants as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a
I was gonna
Giant
say
fan as well.
we could do the Cowboys, we could do the Jets, we could do the Giants, and then we could do one other random team.
We could.
Sounds like he's coming back.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Are we talking about picks?
Yeah, we're talking about how we're gonna do the picks this year. Are we gonna do? And I think we're gonna do it like we've done in the last few years, where
wow.
we each pick a game to do.
Okay.
And then this way, it's 4 games a week that we're picking, and we each pick a different game.
So real quick, Brandon Ayuk, Jalen Waddle, and Trey McBride just came off the board as well. I hope Dustin is home and he's able to do this, or he's doing it safely.
He said
from
he
his
was.
car.
He texted. He said he was in. So hopefully. But yeah, no. I mean, all right. I think I'm just gonna take the lead on this real quick and get us moving. I think we got to pick the opening night game.
Oh my God!
Right?
Yes.
Like the rematch of the AFC Championship game from last year. If it wasn't for a Zay Flowers fumble on the 2-yard line, maybe Baltimore, gets to the Super Bowl instead. But it is a huge game. Kansas City last year lost the opener to Detroit. Baltimore adding Derrick Henry. Their offensive line's a little questionable. The Chiefs have Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. They have Chris Jones on the defensive side of the ball. So I'll start. I'm gonna take the Chiefs in a close one, but I'm gonna take the Chiefs to win in opening night on Thursday.
All right. Who wants
Okay.
next? I'm still thinking.
Do you want to go next? Okay, I'll go next then. I'm gonna go Ravens just because they're a great regular season team. I think I saw a stat that Harbaugh is like 12-4 to start this year, week 1. So that's like a 75% win percentage. So sign me up. I'll take the Ravens to win a close game.
You know what? I kind of got to agree with you, Joey. And I'm going to agree with you because of that stat you threw out. That I think the Ravens are going to come out a little bit more hungry. And the Chiefs coming off the Super Bowl win, maybe a little bit of a Super Bowl hangover week 1. They're at home. They're going to have the crowd behind them, yeah, but, you know, they're going to be into, like, hearing the crowd cheer for them as champions, not necessarily because they're winning the game. And I think Jackson, Henry, those guys could make a difference, and they win a close game. I think it's going to be a hell of a game, a really good game. Wouldn't be surprised if it went the other way, but I'm going to pick the Ravens.
And you're up.
And I'm up drafting.
Five.
There you go.
You know, nobody's played more football than the Kansas City Chiefs over the last, 2-3 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's going to start catching up to them. But, I spent all last year, I think, betting against the Chiefs, and it didn't work out for me. I think that they realized that they could have won that opening game last season had they just been a little bit more ready for it mentally. So I think they're going to come in mentally prepared, but I also think that the Ravens are just a better football team right now to start the year. Like you said, they're a good regular season team. John Harbaugh, week 1. So I'm going the Ravens, and I don't think it's going to be close. I think if it's close, the Chiefs win, but I think the Ravens are going to beat them by 10 points and 2 touchdowns.
I think I got to take the potential rookie of the year here.
Fife's gonna yell at you if you do.
I'm between DK Metcalf and Malik Neighbors. I'm between the two of them. We know what Metcalf can do, but I'm just wondering, like, who else is Danny Dimes going to get the ball to? If he's going to get it to anybody, it's probably going to be Neighbors. I can see him having an Odell-like
you got 25
rookie
seconds.
year.
I love
You
it.
got Eli throwing the ball, though.
Do it.
I'd go Neighbors.
Yeah, did it.
I was gonna say
I
I'd
had
go
to do it.
Neighbors.
Had to do it.
All right.
They're going to be losing. They're going to be losing all year, so they're going to be just feeding that kid the ball.
That's what I feel like my team is going to be losing this year. Or like I feel like with Justin Jefferson, he's going to be down a lot this year. I'm hoping Gibbs gets the ball more because they're winning.
That's not
and
the
I'm
worst
you know,
idea.
It's not bad when you got
Neighbors,
receivers.
Yeah, it's not bad. So
It's bad for a running back, not bad for a wide receiver.
I already hate this draft.
yeah, Justin Jefferson, Mike Evans, Malik Neighbors, Jahmyr Gibbs, in a PPR league. I kind of like that.
I do too. Malik Neighbors as your 3, as one of your flexes is effing great. I was hoping he was gonna fall to me to the end of the 4th, to be honest with you.
There isn't much left at the top. I mean, to be honest, the best guys left at the top are probably Devontae Adams and Malik and DK Metcalf.
He's still
in my
there. I
opinion.
would take Adams now. I'm shocked he hasn't gone yet.
Yeah, I like Adams. I just feel like, I don't know. Even though he's getting older, I don't think he's ready to fall off just yet.
No, and I think actually the more what I liked about what the Raiders did is actually named Gardner Minshew the starting quarterback. And I say that because Gardner Minshew is like the Temu version of Fitzmagic. he's not quite Ryan Fitzpatrick, but he's Ryan Fitzpatrick of Jace. That's what he is.
If there's one thing that was proven last season is like Gardner Minshew can support a wide receiver 1.
Yeah.
All right. Michael Pittman had a good year last year because Gardner Minshew just kept feeding he doesn't go through his progressions very well. That's the difference between him and Fitzmagic. Fitzmagic was smart, so he could get down to 2 and 3 in his progression. Minshew just feeds number 1 all day.
Yep.
All day. And Adams is the guy who's going to get open for him. And I think that's why they brought in Minshew, because they knew that Adams was, I watched that receiver thing on Netflix. Adams was very frustrated with the quarterback play in Las Vegas last year.
Oh, he definitely
So
was.
I think they brought in a guy who's just going to keep feeding him the ball, keep throwing him the ball.
I would have preferred if he got traded to the Jets and linked back up with Rodgers, but that's just me.
Dude, Garrett Wilson's going to have a year. Dude, I got CD. Last night I got CD, and then round 2 I jumped on Garrett Wilson. If Rodgers stays healthy, Garrett Wilson's going to have a year. This is his year.
I hope so.
I mean, he won
I've
Rookie
stayed
of the
away-
Year. The
I-
kid has it.
I've stayed
definitely
away
got
from him. You know, everybody's saying he's breakout. Last year was supposed to be a big breakout year. I kind of stayed away from him. This year, I believe in it. Big time.
I'm gonna be so pissed if Emma Squad chooses another quarterback.
No, he's in. He texted the group. He's in. So we're no longer auto drafting while he's sitting with Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen on his roster.
Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson.
Oh, even worse. Even freaking worse.
Anybody reach for Travis Kelce this year already?
Oh yeah,
What
he's
about
long
you?
gone. He
went
went.
in third.
I took
He went-
Laporta with my 3rd pick, and then he went like 2 picks later.
Yeah,
took
no,
Laporta
that's not
over
too bad, I
Kelce.
guess.
Yeah, you took Laporta
Kelsey's
26.
gonna-
Kelsey went 28th.
Yeah.
If you look at the trend in KC, like Kelce will have an okay year, but he's not going to have a tight end 1 year as far as fantasy goes.
Oh, I agree with that 100%. I think they want him more
They're-
healthy for the playoffs and try to
That's
get
it.
a 3-peat.
That's what they're doing.
Timmy saying anything in the chat?
And they brought in. They basically had a in Kansas City.
The fight.
Kansas
This
City,
show
they
is a
basically-
mess, bro. It's a mess. It's,
I hear it. I can tell.
Yeah, but keep going, bud. Just
Well,
talk
there's a
through it.
draft going on. I
Yeah.
was gonna say in Kansas City, they basically said, okay, here's a competition this year. Who's going to be our Tyreek Hill? And it's either going to be Worthy or it's going to be Marquise Brown.
Definitely.
I think it's going to be Worthy. I
do
think
too.
his speed
I
is
think
going to
it-
be an X factor.
Well, and everybody talks about his speed, his 4.340, but nobody talks about how the kid's a polished route runner already. You know, he's a good receiver, and if you look at their preseason when he played with the first team, they were force feeding the kid the ball. So I think he's gonna he might have a good year. I have him on my bench.
All right. I'm going to pick the next
I
game,
went
I
with-
think, that we're going to do.
Well, go ahead, because I got to go in 20 minutes.
All right. Next game, I think. I'm just scrolling through to make sure that this is the game I want to do.
This fucking guy, dude. Guy pulling a trailer, dude. Wants to make a left turn. Doesn't put on his left turn blinker. So I went around him in the left turn lane because I didn't know he was going left. Now he's sitting behind me like he's angry or something. Let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation. Oh, there it is. I guess the blinker works.
Well,
Sorry.
speaking of assholes, let's go there. Let's go to Philly. And let's just pick that game. Let's pick the Packers and the Eagles. Where are they playing? I think they're in like Sao Paulo,
Yeah,
Brazil.
Brazil. They're playing in
For
Brazil.
whatever reason, again, trying to go global with something they shouldn't go global with. Whatever. Sounds about right for the NFL. Anyway, got the Eagles, but the one thing I don't like is this is a home game for the Eagles, but they're not in front of a Philly crowd. They're in front of a Brazilian crowd where you don't know who they're rooting. They're just rooting for football. They don't care who wins and loses. Football. They might, they're gonna start singing and stuff. They're gonna think it's like a real football match, and instead it's American football, and they're all gonna be disappointed when they get there. But
I'll be happy for field goals.
yeah, exactly. You're never going to hear a
Punts.
louder cheer. So, but I look at this game. The Packers, surprise team last year, really good. They just don't miss. Like we talk about it all the time, and I've been preaching this for a while now. Certain teams cannot develop a quarterback. The Browns, the Bears. No matter what
The
they do, no
Jets.
matter who they draft, they suck. The Packers can't do any wrong. They Bart Starr, Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, and now Jordan. Just decades of great quarterback play. Like you can't ask for anything more out of the team, and they just keep putting themselves in positions to win. I think they're improved. I like the addition of Josh Jacobs. I don't love that the Eagles are on the road, but I think the Eagles are a much improved team this year, too. I think it's going to be a close game, but I think this is a year where this Eagles offense could be the best in the league, and because of that, I'm going to pick the Eagles in Brazil.
God, there's too many people I like.
I'm stuck here. 21
They're stuck.
seconds.
got 20 seconds.
Dave is
There's
drafting
so
right
many
now, and
people I
Joey's
like.
right behind him. So you're up on the next pick, Fife. Who you like?
I'm gonna
was
keep
gonna
it.
go if
I'm
you
gonna
didn't-
keep
I-
it.
So I'm gonna say this right now, Fife. I apologize to interrupt. Devontae Adams
go ahead.
made it to the end of the 4th round, bro. I gotta take him. I gotta.
Yeah, I agree.
You don't gotta.
I know, but I feel like such
There
a.
are other choices there.
I do. I like Tank Dell, Rashee Rice. I like Kenneth Walker. I like Dalton
What's your
Kincaid right
roster
here
right
too.
now?
But
You gotta
I got
take him. You gotta take
CMC,
him.
Josh Jacobs, and Cooper Kupp. So I'm thinking about going Devontae Adams
You gotta
and
take him.
Tank Dell, to be honest with you, or Rashee
That's
Rice.
exactly where I would go. Nah, fuck Rashee Rice. Sorry.
That's where I went.
man.
I love Tank Dell, bro. I really do.
Do I go
Devontae
running back or
Adams, Tank
quarterback?
Dell.
Kenneth Walker,
100%.
Kamara would be gangster. Kamara's still there.
I almost like Connor better than both of them.
That's right. You got Anthony Richardson's there. Kyler.
Ooh, A-Rich. Just get yourself a nice backup if you
So
take A-Rich.
Devontae
A-Rich
and
could be
Tank Dell.
Yo,
you
all
gotta
right,
take
five,
Richardson
five,
out
round
of that
five,
offense.
could be a league winner.
five. Give me your 2 cents
I love
here. I got
Tank
CeeDee
Dell.
Lamb,
Love him.
Nico Collins, Sam Laporta, DK Metcalf. I'm looking at running backs. Kenneth
I
Walker,
think he's gonna do shit.
David Montgomery, or Kamara, or James Conner.
I just think Stroud.
Oh, well, it's hard because you're a PPR.
Yeah.
Well, in a PPR league,
Or I
think
can just take Dak and get the combo with Lamb,
Oh, do that.
and then just see
Get the
what
combo,
running
bro.
backs are waiting for me. Because I'm
Yeah,
I mean, this is
basically
only
that-
round 4, though.
It's technically
if
round
you
5.
do that, if you do that, you've committed yourself to
He
the
ain't picking
basically
for,
the
like,
zero
20 more
RB
picks. Strategy.
the zero
yeah.
RB strategy in PPR leagues is a very formidable strategy. And then you just need to go down the list and find guys that you could start week
Get
one
started
and then
on
wait
that.
for those injuries and waiver it. But I like Dak.
Get the
I don't,
I like
know,
the
I don't know if
connection.
Dak will fall because
You
of
got
the
10
quarterbacks
seconds.
I went. Fuck it.
Dak, do
I did
Dak.
it.
Nice,
Take
I
that.
bro.
did it.
You got the
I
combo.
did
That's
it.
such a deadly combo. It would have won you a championship last year, dude.
I did it. It's done.
Yeah, that's a great
Deadly.
pick.
Deadly combo.
So I got,
You know what you did, dude? You had the balls enough to commit to the zero RB strategy.
yeah, because by the time I go again, man, the running back options are going to be slim
You just,
pickings.
want, you just
that's-
want starting running back.
That's where you're going next. I think you did great.
Thanks, Fife. You want to
know.
cover my entrance fee if I lose?
It's only $50.
No,
So I didn't do that good.
no, I don't.
Fair enough. Well, I mean,
Only
you
if
are
I
in
get half of,
you
or
are
if
in
I
like
get it
50
if you win,
leagues.
you let me run your team.
I mean, I think that's
I'm
fair.
only in.
Talk to a
I'm
guy
only in
tonight.
one
He's in a
redraft.
$1,500 league.
Holy crap.
And I'm like,
Batman.
Yeah, that's
No way.
Fife,
All right,
sorry,
so
sorry
I
to
went
interrupt you
Philly.
earlier.
Yeah,
That's
so
right. I went
Eagles,
Philly.
Packers.
I think the Brazilians. I think the Brazilians are going to root for the Packers because of the yellow and whatnot, and it's close to the Brazilian soccer team. But I'm still going Philly in Brazil.
I just hate the Eagles, so give me the Packers, and I think Jalen Hurts was exposed at the back half of the year last year.
I'm going with the Packers as well because I don't think this is really a home game for any team. I'm just going to go with who I feel is a better coach. And I think LaFleur is a better coach than Sirianni. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Nick Sirianni.
The most punchable face in the entire world.
So that's really all I got there.
Like, I'm not a violent man, but every time I see that man's face, I just want to punch him. But that's just me. But yeah, all right. So Fife got Philly. Me and Joey got Green Bay. Mr. Treslar, as you fumble around with the camera that apparently went off on you during the live stream.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you, Fife, this show is a mess.
We love it, though.
It keeps falling on you.
No, it's all right.
All right, but yeah, Fife, you wish you were a fly on the wall right now. Just
No, I'm happy I'm not. You know, you guys keep your mess in that room.
you got enough
I'll
at
just
home.
chop right along.
Eric, man, pick the game.
It's
bro.
fun because
It's
I
all
get to
good.
talk because you guys are focused.
I already picked a game. I was the first one to pick it. I picked the
thought
Eagles.
Fife
I'm
went
sorry.
first.
Okay, so we have two Eagles, and two Green Bay.
All right,
Yeah,
so
I was the first one to
All
pick
right,
it.
next
all right,
next game.
Who's
'cause
picking the
Who's
next
the
game
first one?
here? I picked the game.
Dave.
Yeah.
Eric, you are.
I am up on the clock.
Talk to me, Fife.
You picked the game.
I picked the first game. Joey, go ahead, pick a game.
We're gonna go.
Joey, pick a game.
Hang on, before you pick the game, I want a little insight from you guys.
That's
Such a mess
I
right
want a little
now.
insight, real quick. I'm looking at Alvin Kamara.
Yes.
What do you think?
I like James Conner better, but that's me.
Then a
in
PPR.
PPR.
Oh,
I
your
like
boy
Kamara better.
Montgomery's there too.
Stevenson,
PPR, I just feel like Kamara is
Najee
such a
Harris
beast.
is still
He is.
there.
I'm going Kamara.
There you go.
Kamara and Gibbs
All right,
starting running
so
backs. I'm happy with that.
We're going, since we did Thursday and Friday, we're going Monday Night Football. We're going to go Jets, San Fran.
Friday.
I'm going Jets so I don't get a tortilla slap in the face.
Yo,
And I honestly believe that the Jets are going to win.
Yo, shout out to Justin and Eric Hahn. The two of them got tickets to the game. They're flying out to meet up in San Francisco to watch the game. Yeah.
Sick.
So,
That is sick.
Shout
That's
out to
cool.
the two of them for doing that, man.
Hell yeah, that's cool.
I think that's awesome. So I wanted to shout that out real quick. And I'm going to take the 49ers. I'm sorry.
They got everyone back.
Yeah, I just think they're going to ride in pretty confident. And Aaron Rodgers hasn't played football in almost 2 years, so he's got to get his feet a little
I'm
wet.
taking San Fran.
Of
Taking
course.
San Fran at home, week 1. I just think that they got a little too much for the Jets. I think the Jets have to get their feet under them first, and I think this will be a good wake-up call for the Jets. I don't expect a blowout either, but
No, I think it'll be a good game.
Me either.
I think it's going to be San Fran, though. Well, I did hear that
I actually
Rodgers
think-
has like a ridiculous stat where he's unbelievable record when the team defense holds a team to less than 20 points when he was in Green Bay. So, like, if the Jets' defense could be as good as expected, and if they could hold San Fran to under 20, they got a shot.
That's true.
Five, who you got?
I think it's going to be a defensive battle, low scoring, but I still, even with that stat, think San Fran wins the game.
All right, so Joey's dying on the hill.
I'm dying on the
Of
Jet
the
Hill.
Jets over San Francisco on Monday night.
For the
Five.
sake of a tortilla slap.
You good, sir.
It's my turn.
Yeah, so you get to pick any game
my
you'd
turn.
like.
Well, you know that my friend called me and he told me that I love picking shit shows. So what other shit show can I pick than a 1:00 Sunday game home opener for the New York Giants against the Sam Darnold-led Minnesota Vikings? And I'm gonna go with the Giants.
See, I'm going to follow that
I
up,
think
and I
that-
got to say I'm going to go with the Giants, too. I'll let you finish your point
I
on
think
why.
that.
But, yeah.
Oh, well, no, I just feel like the pass rush is going to get home. You know, Minnesota let Kirk Cousins get the shit kicked out of him for a couple of years, so he's probably happy to be in Atlanta when it's all said and done. And, yeah, I just feel like this is going to be a good confidence builder for the crappy secondary of the Giants so that they can get slammed back down to earth week 3 because they got a pretty tough matchup week 3. But I think weeks 1 and 2, they'll do all right. So I'm going to take the Giants.
Nice.
I'm with you. I think that the Giants, if they're going to have any type of successful season, this 1:00 game on Fox is going to have to be a win. You can't
win?
lose this game. If you lose this game, you're setting yourself up for disaster. So Giants win.
You're on deck.
I know. I don't know who to take.
I'm
killing
going
me.
Giant home opener as well. I think with the crowd behind them, the revamped defense, Brian Burns, I think it's gonna be a little low scoring, and the Giants eke out a win.
So what do you guys think I should do here? Tight end or my other flex? Because I'm looking tight end wise, you still got Kyle Pitts. You still got
Jake Ferguson, Ingram, Goddard. Goddard's always a consistent fantasy tight end. Bowers.
yeah, but Goddard's already question mark, and I got him in another league, so I don't think I want Goddard. I got Njoku in another
Roll the
league.
dice on Kyle Pitts, baby.
I did in our keeper league. I think Pitts is due for a huge year. He's finally going to have a big year.
Dude, he's finally got a quarterback.
Yeah, he's finally due. He's finally going to have a big year, I think.
Yeah, because it's Pitts or guys like
him and Drake
McLaurin.
London.
There's McLaurin. There's James Conner still there. Najee Harris, Calvin Ridley.
Dude,
What'd you say?
yeah. I mean, I'm going Kyle Pitts if I'm you.
Yeah, I got to get the tight end, right? Because otherwise it starts
some
falling off
of those
after
guys
that.
you named are going to be there on your way back.
All right, I did it.
So,
I did it. I don't
we're-
know if any of those guys are going to be there on the way back because I don't pick for another 20 picks now. So,
Oh wait! Oh, we're on our way back.
Yeah,
already.
we're on our way
I
back.
didn't realize that.
oh yeah,
You're up in 5 picks, Dave.
Oh wow! There's
That's
a
what I
chance
mean.
to
All right.
get a running back.
So, Dave,
Dave.
are you picking Minnesota or are you picking the Giants?
Oh, I'm taking the Giants, man. I think the Giants pass
at that.
rush,
We got one.
like Fife mentioned, going to make that secondary look pretty damn good, and I think they'll be able to do just enough on offense to outscore. And last I checked, the way to win a game is to score more points than your opponent. So, yeah, I think the Giants, and not to mention, I mean, even when the Giants played Minnesota 2 years ago in the playoffs, they played them in the final regular season game. They just match up well with the roster Minnesota currently has. They do match up well. Jefferson will get his, right? Like, he'll make some big plays throughout the game, but as long as the Giants don't lose their cool and their secondary doesn't lose their confidence, they should be able to hold on enough.
Dave, all I'm going to say, dude, is if James Conner ends up falling to you, I'm going to tell you this as a secret.
no,
If
he's
I-
gone.
if I-
He's gone. James Conner's gone.
Oh, he's gone. I was going to say
Devin
this as a secret.
Singletary just went off the board, too.
If I told you who to take if you take James Conner, then Eric will reach like 3 rounds ahead to take him. But
Yeah. By the way,
That's what he
Neighbors I
does.
took yesterday in
Oh.
like the 6th round. It wasn't like I took.
No,
I didn't take him
I
early.
know. I wasn't
And
worried
didn't
about
take
Neighbors. I
Singleton.
didn't care about Neighbors.
And Singletary, I didn't take early. I took him in like round 8 or 9.
I didn't want any of the Giants. It was just the
Those
one
are
that
the
made
only
me
ones you
laugh.
could have
Is,
said
all
I
right,
reached for. That's it.
Khalil Shakir, you reached pretty far for.
No, I didn't. He's the number one. He's probably gonna be the number one in Buffalo. I just wanted number one.
Keon Coleman.
No,
I hear
he's a
you.
rookie. And
You went about
last
3
year
rounds.
he flashed.
You went about 3 rounds early on Khalil Shakir,
I don't think so. I liked him better
but
than I liked
based on
Coleman.
ADP. No, I like him
like-
better than I like Coleman too.
Yeah, and again, it was because of what he did in the postseason last year with him. He had a really
The
good
last couple
postseason.
weeks.
Yeah, so in the
I'm
last
just
couple
messing
weeks.
with you.
But yeah, I mean, listen,
It
and
made
that's
me
a
laugh.
short bench though. Like that league is the shortest bench of all. There's only 5 players. on the
That's why I
bench.
went Dalton Kincaid.
In the league I'm in with Eric is that it's 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs, and then 5 bench
No
players. That's
PPR.
it. No
Wow.
PPR.
Oh wow!
So
Okay,
it's
yeah.
it's
It's a good league.
tight league. It is. It's a very good league,
tight.
and it's very tight. But and like there's no rounding either, so there's no decimals.
No, I gotcha.
So it's like if you,
get
get
45
9
yards, it's 4
4
points.
points. Like yeah, so it's a
Yeah,
standard.
don't even
standard
round
guy.
up. That's brutal.
Now
Come
you
on,
gotta
man. Everybody rounds up. You hit half, you round up. You hit 0.4, you
Nah,
round
bro.
down.
Now you gotta get
Dude,
the
this
full
is
50.
legit. This league.
Guys flying off the board now. DeAndre Swift, Dave, you might be shit out of luck on a running back here because they seem to be going
Nah,
Connor,
you're
Singletary,
still
Swift.
good, bro. You're
There's
still
still
good.
a couple.
You're gonna have to jump on them though. I don't think they're gonna be.
Oh yeah, I can't wait anymore.
can't wait
I have
any
to take
longer.
running backs.
Son of a bitch.
But-
I don't like that far from Nugent.
Well,
man.
so since you guys are doing a draft, would you like me to read off my draft order from last night before I have to go into work?
Your draft
Sure,
board,
because I mean I read them my
Drop it.
list before, so you can read them.
Yeah, so I was the 6th overall pick. Like I said, this is a league where running backs get kind of eaten up. So I ended up having CD Lamb fall to me. I was choosing between Tyreek and CD. CD had the better year last year. I don't know. I really liked what he did, and I think they didn't add any target shares to that team. So I feel like he's primed for another one. Then came back around, took Garrett Wilson. I took Rashad White, David Montgomery. And I took Anthony Richardson, which I think I went around early on him, but I was sitting there thinking Richardson or Neighbors, and I really like Richardson. I think if he stays healthy, that could be a league-winning quarterback in that round. Then I went Dalton.
Sorry.
Then I went Dalton Kincaid. What's up?
I got Ramondre Stevenson,
Zamir White,
Javonte Williams, Tony Pollard, Brian Robinson. Those are really the best guys I'm working with here.
So if you go Brian Robinson, I think even though they got Eckler, he's going to be down to 1 and 2. Eckler will probably still be on the board later as your handcuff, so you can get them both. So you'll have Washington's running back situation.
Oh, no, yeah.
He's gone already?
No,
he's not.
I'm sorry,
he should be gone.
Sorry. Yeah.
If he's gone, I question this league because he's going probably 3 or 4 rounds after Robinson. So you might be able to get you could get Robinson, probably come back around and get like a Pollard. And then in your next 2 rounds, you could probably get an Eckler and a Tajay Spears.
I don't know about that, only because he's drafting so close, so he's going to have to take 2 almost back-to-back, and then he's going to have to wait another 20 picks. Some of those guys like Pollard will probably be gone. So
I like Stevenson, too.
Well, so think about it, though. What your tight end, your wide receiver, and your quarterback positions are set, right?
Yeah.
So right now, you just need to fill out your running back roster and then worry about your bench spots, basically.
So if you like Stevenson, Stevenson's the guy.
Nah.
Well, I mean, what else are they doing in New England?
That's what I mean.
I've got to make a choice.
I don't like anything. I think they're losing, is what I think they're doing.
I went with Robinson.
Look at you with going a Washington player.
So think about it, dude. You can now reach, right? You can come back if you wanted to and take Pollard. And then hope when it comes back, you can then take.
That's unless Joey takes Pollard right now.
No, I'm not taking Pollard. I probably should because there's not a lot of good backs. I probably should take one, but I'm gonna get ballsy. I just took Terry McLaurin, so I'm gonna say F it. That's a
great pick.
I think I'm gonna take Jaden Daniels for the combo because he ain't gonna be there 24 picks from now.
Going with the rookie quarterback.
Pick. Let's go.
I'm telling you, Dave, if you can snag yourself a Pollard, and then you can end up later on getting both Eckler and
I probably should have went tight.
Tajay Spears, you've put yourself in an okay situation to figure it out as the season goes on in the beginning.
I went with Pollard.
Just saying.
He did. He went with Pollard.
Yeah. So.
And so now, I bet you can get both Spears and Eckler on the way back if Eric doesn't take them from you.
Well, I might have to snipe one of them because I need a third running back.
Well, all's fair in fantasy, brother.
It is.
That's why we play.
But there's other shit out there. Listen, man, you take a Jaden Wright and you hope Mostert or Achane goes down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Like, there's options out there at running back. You can take Zeke. Zeke's 1A right now. You take Rico Dowdle.
Zeke's going to be their red zone back. Dowdle's going to be in between the 20s.
Right, but look, dude, if Dowdle don't get it done in between the 20s, Zeke showed he can still run the ball a little bit last year.
Yeah.
He probably had revamped to be back in Dallas. So you got options, man. I love the 0 RB strategy, the way this draft worked out for you. I might have made some different picks at wide receiver, but I think, you went with the guys you like.
Yes, sir. Now there's a lot of, now it's the part that makes or breaks you, how you feel that your back stuff.
That's it.
All right, so before we lose you here, I just want to recap your picks real quick. So you had
Trey Benson as well.
So you had the Eagles.
Keep an eye on Trey Benson.
I'm just thinking here. You had the Eagles over the Packers, right?
Yep.
You had
yes.
You had San Fran over the Jets.
Yep.
Yep.
You had the Giants over Minnesota.
Yep.
Yep.
And then what was the?
You had Baltimore over Kansas City.
And you had Baltimore over Kansas City.
Yep, and now I got to go clock into work. So
we got the same 4 picks. So we got me and him are on the same page.
Five, thanks for everything, man.
Thanks, Five. Appreciate you.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Anytime.
Thanks for having me.
Anytime. And there he goes.
That was fun.
It was, right? And now we are back, just the 3 of us.
Just the 3 of us.
We can make it if we try.
Just the three of us. You, Dave, and I.
Nice with the bass. All right, there you go. Well, I mean, look, I think, you know, obviously, like, we're still sitting here. We're not even halfway through, right? We're approaching the hour mark.
We're almost halfway
We're
through.
about almost halfway through. A couple more picks.
I think
I'm hoping that people start picking up the pace a little bit.
No, it's going to go slower,
No,
to be
it's
honest.
gonna go slower. But I think the time drops. I'm telling you, if I remember from
hope
last
you're
year,
right,
the
dude.
time
'Cause
It's,
drops.
it's a
after
minute
certain-
45 right now.
Yeah, I think it
it's
drops down.
I think it's a minute 45 for the entire draft. I really do. I hope you're wrong. I mean, I hope you're right. It goes down to a minute.
I'm eyeing two guys coming up.
Who are you eyeing?
I don't really want to say, only until it gets to me.
I have 31 guys in my queue.
After this next pick, I could say, because then if I get either one of them, I would be, I
What?
guess,
You can
okay.
just say it. There's only three people now in the chat. So maybe there.
Yeah,
You gotta hold off now.
watch out.
Come on, who you thinking, bro? You need a quarterback, so you're probably looking at Burrow.
I'm
Need a
looking at
quarterback.
Lover
Need a
Burrow.
tight.
I'm looking at
you
Lover Burrow.
You took Pitts. That's right. I don't think you're gonna regret Pitts at all.
I don't think you're gonna.
I'm thinking Love, but
Either way, bro, you
Burrow
can't go
coming
wrong.
back off an injury, is he gonna?
Are you
like,
up next?
Yeah, I'm up next.
So
that's
you're gonna
why,
get one of the two. I got you.
That's what I'm saying. It's safe enough to talk about now. I'm wondering.
You're up.
I know. Who do I go with? Though?
Chris Godwin just went.
I'm thinking.
It's a nice spot to get Godwin, actually.
This late? Yeah.
I don't know. I'm torn between the two. I want one of the two.
Here.
I feel like I'm going to go Burrow for the upside, only because
You got Chase and Higgins. I don't know, man. Playing in the NFC North, I mean, AFC North, that's one of the toughest divisions in football. You got Jordan Love. I know NFC North is pretty tough, too, at the moment, but Minnesota's kind of on down. They own the Bears.
torn. I don't know why, but I think I'm going to go Burrow. Something's telling me to go Burrow.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that, dude. That's a great pick. It's 8th. You're getting him in the 7th round. It's great.
And considering, like, if the draft didn't auto draft the way it did, man, we would like quarterbacks would still be chilling.
Yeah, but am I just being stupid and not taking Love with a...
Yo, shout out to Eric on. He's like, stream is lagging, boys. I can't tell who Eric is planning on taking. So shout out to Eric on for watching.
Yeah, that's why I can't say too much.
But
you
it's
know?
lagging, so you're
That
good.
was
It's
awesome.
only lagging for
That
like 30
was
seconds or
awesome.
something like that, but
You're
yeah.
good. You got 20
That
seconds, by the
was
way.
awesome.
And we were talking about people going quicker, Eric. Come on.
Yeah,
know.
bro, you complaining about speed, and you're over here twiddling your
He
thumbs.
needs Fife. Where's Fife?
Lover Burrow,
Burrow,
Lover
bro.
Burrow. I'm going
Joe
Burrow. I want Burrow.
There you
I
go.
want Burrow. I don't know how I feel about
Dying,
it.
Eric on. That was hysterical.
That's
Dying.
really funny, bro.
I laughed in real life, so I didn't respond back with a laughing text. So I just sent it to him too.
Wait,
We'll see which one he gets first.
How's he listening to us? Because there's only 2 people in the chat. It's only me and somebody else.
Might be that other he's that other somebody else. And a minute ago there was 3, so he could have been.
Oh
in
yeah,
and
he was
out.
like, "Oh, I missed it."
He's like, I missed it. I'll jump back in right in a little while. But
Jordan Love just went quarterback.
that's what I mean. Is said they weren't going to be there coming back around. So I had to.
Were you thinking of Jaden Daniels?
I was thinking of him, but then again, I'm a little leery on rookie QBs.
Dude, I am too, but I'm just
That's
taking
the
the
only
rushing
thing. Yeah.
upside.
Yeah, you're going
That
with
is-
the
I
rushing
The
literally
rushing
just took
upside is.
Terry McLaurin, screw it. Let me get a combo of
That's
some
where
sort.
that's where to me, if Love was more of a running quarterback, I might have been pushed to Love. But being that he's still kind of pretty much a pocket passer, same way Burrow is, like I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go with Burrow. I think he's got a higher upside. I don't know who I'm gonna take coming back though.
All I know is every guy I'm looking at is not going to be there, so I need
Same,
to stop.
Dave.
I need to stop. I'm stressing
Same.
myself out here.
Okay,
I think
we got Thursday and Friday games. Want to go to Sunday? Do you want to pick all the rest of the games?
I mean,
We could just unofficially pick them too. I mean, run through them. I mean, do we? I mean, we could see if we disagree on any. I mean, Falcons, Steelers.
I'm taking the Falcons.
I'm taking the Steelers personally.
I think I'm gonna go.
I think it needs a
we
little.
already got one.
I think they need.
See,
I think the
I'm gonna go
Falcons.
Falcons, but it's only because Russell Wilson's first start for them too, and I'm like, I don't know. Although I do,
I just
trust
like the
Tomlin.
Steeler D more. That's really it.
It's a Kirk Cousins 1 o'clock game and he's at home. You need me to give you any other reasons? I don't think so. I think that sums it up right there. It's a 1 o'clock game at home for Kirk Cousins. Dude's good.
That's hilarious.
He just needs to get hit one time, shake the rust off after that injury last year. He'll be fine. So I'm taking Atlanta. I think the Steelers are still gonna end up around 500. Man, they just
think I'm eyeing
need
a
a lot
running
of
back
help.
here coming
They
back.
need a lot of help. You should go wide receiver.
I'm thinking, but
you
I
should
was
go
looking
wide
at the wide
receiver.
receivers, and I was.
But you should go wide receiver. That's just if you want my 2 cents, I think you should go wide receiver.
But who do you take? Keenan Allen, maybe.
Take Keenan Allen. Kirk.
I don't trust Deontay Johnson, and not because I don't think that Carolina will be better. I just don't know who's going to emerge there as
Smith and
Young's.
Jigba.
He's got Metcalf in front of him. Cortland Sutton, maybe. Again, Bo Nix has looked
with
really
DeAndre
good in the
Hopkins,
preseason,
bro.
and they
Go
named
with
him the starter.
Jordan Addison's available. Shaheed in New Orleans.
I got a guy in mind that I don't think he'll be there, and I'm just going to take him, and it might be a slight reach.
And
At
it
this
might be a
point,
slight reach.
There
That's
is
all
no
right.
really reach.
Yeah, there really is no.
That's how you're halfway through the draft. Take the guys you want to take.
Yeah.
If you got a feeling about someone, effing take them.
I'm got that right here.
Hopefully you don't get sniped.
Could happen.
It could.
Fucking fantasy.
Yeah, the fantasy sucks.
Sit here and you look at you like I want that guy,
Taken.
and right before you go gone, you're like mother.
Well, listen, none of these guys have gone off the board yet.
Dude, I remember one year we were doing the fantasy draft at my house, and Carrie was the pick before me, and she takes her paper and shows it to me. She's like, "What do you think about this guy?" And I'm like,
I want both of those.
"Well, I was gonna take him with my next pick." So she goes, "I'll take Vincent Jackson," and it was Vincent Jackson's breakout year where he went off the wall nuts. Every time he scored a touchdown or every time he won her a fantasy game, I just look at her and be like, I hate you. I hate you. But like I couldn't lie to her, you know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna be a
I
jerk.
can't believe
Like,
Justin Tucker is going to make it to me. No, I'm just kidding. Just,
Hey, you never know.
yeah, I'm just.
let the kickers start falling.
Oh, I hope. I don't think they will.
No.
In mock drafts, they start going now, but that's mock drafts.
Yeah, I don't think so.
We got a long way to go. 9 more picks, so you're at 8 picks. All right.
Yeah, I don't know if we keep doing the show though, guys. I mean, this is getting to the point where we have like these major gaps. Fife was really filling that in for us. I don't know what you guys think, and I don't know what the people out there listening think, but it may not be the worst idea for us to just kind of say, all right,
Team America.
Is
Who
up.
Rashid Shaheed? That's a reach. Ma did. Sorry, Ma. I apologize.
don't be sorry. That's a reach, Ma. You're better than that. No, I'm just kidding. I mean,
So I'm between 2 running backs right now,
Okay.
and you should go wide receiver.
but I'm not going to. I'm going to
But
go
you
with
should.
running back.
I mean,
Zamir's
really
probably going to
seriously,
get
trust me.
all the touches. Who else do they have?
But there's another guy who's going to get all the touches on this list.
Javante?
No, he's going to get all the touches, especially early. And spoiler alert, I kept him in another league.
Oh, I gotcha.
I got to think I'm going to take him.
Mr. White in Las Vegas.
No, Mr. Ford in Cleveland.
That's what I was thinking. Yep.
Because they
That's your-
run the
that's your dude.
ball.
That's your dude this fantasy year.
And I think I'm going to ride him out. Plus, he's a flex guy. So I'm in my flex. I don't mind it. He's clearly the number 1 there until Chubb gets back.
And
And then
even then you don't know.
even then you don't know if he's
hit
rushing.
hit that
you know.
button. Draft him. Let's move this along. Unfortunately.
Come on. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it.
So I'm between him and White. I don't know what's
Oh,
going to do.
my God. Guys, you know, I really hope that we can start picking things up.
I did it.
I'm down to 40 seconds. I want this guy. But I'm also thinking about this guy.
Hey, listen, no, that last pick I got in with more than a minute still to go.
That the one you just did?
Yeah.
No, you were 38
you're at 40
seconds.
Whatever. I still did it within a minute. I did it within a minute.
When do WNBA
my
playoff
God.
starts? Does anybody know that? I know
we can look that up.
I know you predicted the Indiana would get second round. I think they could win a playoff series. They're playing better. It seems like she's a little more efficient since the Olympic break is over. Miss Caitlin Clark.
Yeah,
Here's what our standings look like as we are now. They're in the 6th seed.
How about that?
They are in the 6th seed. They're probably about only, 2 games away from locking up playoff spot. I think there's only 7 or 8 games left in the season.
I think there's 40 games?
Yeah, I think it's a 40-game season, so I think there's 7 games left for most teams. Yeah, 8 left for the Sky, but the Sky are still holding on to that last spot over the Atlanta Dream.
21.
Yeah.
They don't deserve it.
Wow, that's rough though.
But they're going to get their asses kicked by the New York Liberty. Brianna
I don't mean to be
Brianna
rude.
Stewart are gonna wipe
They
the
shouldn't
floor
have a
with them.
top 8. They should have a top 6 make the playoffs, not a top 8.
That's
a little rough. There's only 12 teams.
I mean, the NBA always has teams under 500 make it, but not 10 games under 500.
well, they're now in the play.
Well, no, now the play-in
Well, yeah.
nonsense. The 10th seed sometimes is
Nope,
a bit
Javante
abysmal.
Williams went. Guys are dropping like flies. And there's still 8 rounds to go. Crazy.
This is going to take forever. Next year, noose at the time, minute and 15 seconds or a minute.
I think
Let's
a minute.
go.
I think a minute is fair. If you have a full 60 seconds, it's fair.
Okay. So Liberty are killing it. Las Vegas Aces are your current champions. They're currently 4th. And I know they've hit a little slide, but that's okay. I think they're kind of just gearing up for the playoffs, to be honest. Then you got the Connecticut Sun and the Lynx in there. Yeah. Should be an interesting WNBA playoffs.
So I look at it as if the Fever can get in at this 6th seed, they're going to get the Lynx.
No,
They got a real shot against the Lynx. Yeah.
No, you're right.
They'll get the Lynx, and they got a shot. Because I think if they can stay away from the Liberty and the Sun, I think that's the key to them making it to the second round. I think that Caitlin Clark's got this team humming right now. You look at it, they're 8-2 over their last 10. That's unbelievable. They've won 4 straight. They're the hottest team in the WNBA right now. Nobody else has a win streak above 2. 8-2. I mean, that's the same as the Liberty has gone over their last 10 as well, and they're 27-6. So really, nobody's been hotter than Indiana, especially coming out of the Olympic break. The Fever have just been on fire, and I really think I'm going to die on that hill tonight. I think the Fever are getting to the second round of the WNBA playoffs if they can hold on to this 6th seed. I think that Caitlin Clark is going to scare the shit out of the Lynx. I think it's she's starting to get that kind of presence around her. We wondered how quickly would she acclimate to the WNBA.
Well, she's had it all year.
Yeah, and she's gotten beaten down. She's gotten bullied. She's gotten knocked around. She's taken her lumps and taken them in stride. I'll say that. You know, so with all that said, I think that the Fever are going to be tough, but get to the second round. They're going to get the Sun probably. I think they get knocked out by the Sun. If not, they'll get the Liberty, and they'll get smacked around by the Liberty too. So I don't think they could beat either of those teams. I also don't think they could beat the Las Vegas Aces with
I don't think
Asia
so
Wilson either.
I agree.
So I think this is actually like the perfect storm for Indiana, for the Fever. If they get the Lynx, they can they can do some damage in the first round.
We shall see. Dave's
Dave's up in 2 picks.
Yes, he
So
is.
what are you thinking, Dave? What are you thinking?
Running
You're
backs.
thinking running back.
I'm still thinking running back, yeah.
I think if White's there, you got to take him.
I think I got somebody I prefer over White, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Is it Zach Moss in Cincinnati?
it would be.
There you go.
Listen, number one. That's what I want. I want guys who are number ones. And he's a number one right now, so...
I really hate having the back-to-back, man. It is so tough waiting 20-something picks for another pick because...
So many guys go.
So many guys go. And I need so many things. I can't wait 20 picks.
Now, I will say, for guys still wanting running backs, I'm going to throw this out there.
I'm a guy who wants a running back. I know he's looking
Gus
at...
Edwards and J.K. Dobbins, the best years they had were when they were with, I believe it's the offensive coordinator they're now under with San Diego and Jim Harbaugh.
Greg Roman.
Yeah. So we know that they want to run the ball. Is it worth taking a flyer on Gus Edwards and then
definitely
maybe?
is. I'm thinking about taking a
Because
flyer
you could take,
because he could have touchdowns.
He's another guy you can get the handicap for of like you grab Gus Edwards and then another round or two later you could try to grab J.K. Dobbins and then all of a sudden now you at least have whoever emerges as the number one you keep and then dump the other guy.
I am punting the tight end position. I'm just punting it.
That's why I had to get Pitts when I got him. Otherwise, I was going to have to punt on it.
I was going to take Njoku and somebody just sniped him.
That's what I mean. Is
Goddard's there, but
it was Goddard and Njoku after Pitts, and I'm like, I've been down that road in all my other drafts. I want to get somebody else.
Right? To just punt it?
Yeah.
All right. I'll just take
You'll
Zamir
end up with
White.
like a Freiermuth or somebody else, you know.
I'm going to punt it. Screw it.
I mean, I personally would take Goddard, but I liked Goddard last year.
So you took Zach Moss, and then Joey, rightfully so, took White.
All right, screw it. I was going to take a running back, but now I'm going to say screw it and take Brian Thomas Jr. Give me the rook.
Whoa. There's a lot of bench spots here.
Yep. I took Zamir White and Brian Thomas.
Maybe not. It's only 6.
Dave, plenty of running backs if you're looking that way.
You could get a Spears. Did you take Pollard before?
You could take Spears. You could take Eckler.
I would almost suggest Spears then because God forbid something happens to Pollard or Pollard ends up not being the number one. At least you have Spears.
I like Tajay Spears a lot. I like
so
Jaylen
it's kind of like you're
Warren.
rolling with that backfield.
I don't think you can really go wrong here.
Or Eckler, because didn't you take Brian Robinson Jr.?
I did.
I think I'm taking I'm taking Addison.
He's
Addison.
suspended,
There you go.
isn't he, for the first bunch of weeks?
I don't think so.
No,
I could be wrong, but I don't think so.
am I thinking of somebody else?
It's all good. All right, so, woo, we are in round 9. Yay.
Kickers and defenses, let's go. No?
Yankees still suck. They're not great. Killing me, baseball.
Oh, but the Yankees are all right. No, what I'm pissed off about, and what I want to get your opinion
They're
on.
not all right, man.
No. What I want to, they would be all right if they would have called up Dominguez. The fact that they're keeping him down there, and then the reasoning I heard at first, I was like, well, that's stupid. And then it got stupider today when I found out even more. So at first I had heard the reason they were keeping the Martian down was because, if they bring him up and he has more than 130 plate appearances, they won't get a draft pick in 2026 or something, or an extra draft pick in 2026
I heard that as well.
if he wins the Rookie of the Year next year. But the problem is, found out today, they're not eligible for that pick no matter what, because he was on the Major League 60-day IL roster. So because he was technically on an MLB roster, even though he was on the IL, if he's on an MLB roster for more than 60 days, he's not eligible. The Yankees aren't eligible for that draft pick. So really, there's no point in keeping him in the minors. So why they're doing it, I can't figure it out. But he is much better than Verdugo. He's much better than Grisham. He's way better than DJ LeMahieu in any capacity as far as a hitter goes.
You're not wrong, but
why would they, to me, you have 1 year of Soto. We talked about it all season long, Joey. 1 year of Soto. That's all you get. And we are going to waste it and not bring up the Martian. No, he has to be coming up soon, and he has to be on the playoff roster.
He's going to come up soon.
He has to.
I think he's going to be playing in the playoffs.
And when he does, I bet you it gives the offense a jolt. But Verdugo isn't there next year. Why keep Verdugo around? Cut his ass.
He's been playing
Goodbye.
great right now.
No, he hasn't.
Right now. He's been playing very well.
2 games?
Like, I think this week, he's actually been playing well. And
from May 8th until now, he's had one of the worst OPSs in baseball.
They consider Verdugo like a Gold Glove caliber player. That's why he's playing right now.
The Martian is their number one prospect.
I'm not hating on anything you're saying. I'm with you. The Martian would make them a way better, deeper lineup, especially since Verdugo hasn't really hit all year. However, they what do you want us to do? Seriously, like hitting's not their issue. It's pitching. They suck. Their bullpen is atrocious, and to come back from what were they down 6-7 runs the other night against the Cardinals? They tied the freaking game
At 7, yeah.
Just
And
they gave up
runs.
7 more runs. Yeah. They need pitching.
Well, home sucks, and our pitching isn't great in the bullpen right now, and it's gonna hurt us in the playoffs. And this is why everybody has a problem with the way Brian Cashman is building the team, because you can't sit here and just tell us that you're the smartest guy in the room and these guys are the guys and our analytics and our this and that. No, they're not the guys. And then you go out at the deadline and you make very minor moves for the bullpen, not get a closer, not go out. I mean, the only real closer to move around the deadline, I think, was Travis Scott. Or not Travis Scott. What's his name? Some Scott from the Marlins. He went from the Marlins to Tanner Scott. That's it. Travis Scott's the rapper, right?
Yeah,
the singer rapper.
Singer.
Yeah, he's multi-platinum Grammy award winning. That guy. Probably not different guy. Tanner Scott. He went out to the Padres.
Was Travis Scott and Kylie Jenner a thing?
I don't know.
Something.
I don't know.
Janice, if you're listening, maybe you could chime in the chat if Travis Scott and Kylie Jenner were a thing. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah.
All right.
I hate this team.
TJ, who's your mama?
Who's your mama? Who's your papa, your sister? Who's everybody?
I got 4 more picks till it gets to me. And right now, I'm just filling in the bench.
Yeah, I think we all are.
So I got the starting roster pretty much. I don't got to worry about defense and kicker just yet. So I'm kind of looking best available is what I'm looking at, whether it be running back, whether it be receiver. So I'm just going to switch this little flex guy here.
There you go.
And just check this out. Christian Watson's still on the board. A little surprised by that.
Yeah, same.
And again, Dave, you have so many guys out there that your running back could go one way or another. So you have Zach Moss, but then there's also Chris Brown or Chase Brown out there. Not Chris Brown again. He's R&B. He's R&B.
Please take Chris Brown.
Yeah, no, Chase Brown. But then you have Spears because you have Pollard, and you have Brian Robinson who has Eckler. You have all these handicaps still out there. So your roster literally could go from hero to zero or zero to hero, depending on how these running backs kind of flip-flop.
Real quick.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't know if you're going to end up getting a handicap or handcuff for any one of them. But it's definitely an interesting running back market out there right now. I am up,
good sir.
Dallas Goedert just went.
I wasn't even looking at Dallas Goedert.
I'm thinking maybe a Christian Watson.
You're not wrong, dude. Dallas Goedert is solid, but I've just been burned by him before.
Cortland Sutton or
I had him during
Christian Watson.
Sutton's a one there. Watson, you don't know what you're necessarily getting with. He's had a few injuries already in his short career.
Always the hamstring because he's so damn fast.
And Sutton is solid, bro. Sutton is always a consistent wide receiver. Bo Nix is going to be looking for somebody, and there's not many options there.
Right? Especially because they got rid of Judy.
Yep.
Something's telling me, you know what? I think they're going to throw the ball a lot with Bo Nix because they don't have an option otherwise.
Sutton is telling you. Sutton's telling you.
Sutton's telling you.
Sutton's telling you.
Sutton's telling me to pick him.
A little Sutton.
Yeah, we're.
Whew.
I don't know how many views this one's gonna get, but
I don't think so. I don't think a lot.
I don't know how many views.
Listen, to be honest, we've had some videos out there getting 20 views, getting 20 plus views. So not all of them, but we've had a couple cross the 20 plus view mark.
It's you just hitting the replay button.
Our first
Legit.
defense is off the board. Cleveland goes to Mama H.
The
The
Friskinators.
Friskinators take Cleveland D, and watch the run on defenses begins.
Let them have them. I'm good with that.
One fan, I can't remember who it was. One fantasy expert I listened to, he was like, I don't ever draft a defense. He's like, I just pick them up based off a matchup every single week. He's like, it's a defense that you start with 10 points. Your goal is just not to end up in the negatives.
Yeah.
And
Dude.
most defenses don't end up in the negatives.
In the league that I'm in last night, the defenses, they also do by total yards allowed. So you get like -5 points if they have like 400 yards, which is like the average now in an NFL game.
That hurts.
It is so brutal.
I picked up my backup quarterback last night based off of defensive matchup, believe it or not, because last night I was torn between two, and it was Jaden Daniels or I forget the other one, and Aaron Rodgers. I'm sorry. So it was Aaron Rodgers and Jaden Daniels. And I looked at it, and I already had Dak as my starter. I'm like, well, if I have Dak already, like, he has his bye week, week 12. Let me see who these teams are playing week 12. Washington's playing Carolina week 12, and the Jets were playing the Steelers. And I said, if I need a 1 week for a guy to start, I'm going to pick Jaden Daniels to start against Carolina as opposed to...
Yeah.
So I literally did it last night based on defensive matchups. So I can see how that works out for people.
Not a bad idea.
That's how. Listen, it made sense to me.
Nuts, bro. I have like 3 teams, and they're all basically different.
I tried draft not necessarily based on like making sure my teams are different, but
I draft on
just based on like how the draft unfolds. Really, is I just let the draft unfold and try to let it come to
from
me.
what I've drafted before. I can't believe I don't have a tight end still.
Who's left out
I
there?
can't believe it.
I
don't ever go this
There's
far.
Dalton Schultz and Freiermuth. Those are really your top 2 tight ends left.
I'm not even looking at either or. I got other ones.
After that, you got Luke Musgrave.
Cole Kemet?
I'm looking at Cole
Kmet,
Kmet.
yeah.
I'm looking at Musgrave.
Tyler Conklin could be a sleeper.
Oh, absolutely. I know Dustin loves Jonnu Smith because he's on the Dolphins, but yeah, man, we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll even go with I don't even know. Noah Fant, maybe.
Dalton Schultz just went, so somebody's listening to us. There goes one of those tight ends. But I agree. I think you're going to see the run on defenses, and then right after that, you're going to see the run on kickers.
I hope. I hope.
And there goes Dalton Schultz.
Banana peels.
Or am I
Jr.?
delayed here?
No, yeah, you're a little delayed. I had it already up here.
My phone just... I was texting, though, so maybe that's why I didn't catch up.
Taji's still there.
Who's still there?
Spears.
Oh, yeah, he's still there.
Okay. Sorry, sports fans.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think it's in our best interest that we maybe... do we have anybody in the chat right now?
There's 2 people watching, me and someone else. So, hello, who's ever watching?
Hello.
Probably
whoever's
Janice.
watching.
Janice.
But did she... Oh, wait, no, because it may not be Janice. Did she ever give us the Travis Scott, Kylie Jenner answer?
Oh, Rico Dowdle just went. I would not touch a Cowboys running back in fantasy with a 10-foot pole this year.
Rico Dowdle.
I mean, I hope I'm wrong.
Tajee Spears just went, too.
Oh, there you go. So what's up? You got Chuba Hubbard, really your top-ranked running back left.
Probably, right? Because what? You got
Charbonnet.
Jonathan Brooks, but he's hurt, right?
Yeah, Charbonnet is still available. McLaughlin.
This is
Dobbins.
Herbert. Poop on a platter.
Joey is like, I
hate
hate
having
the
I hate
first
it.
overall
I
pick.
do. I don't like the first
I'm
or the
thinking,
last.
to be honest, I'm thinking about Hubbard, but I'm thinking about him because with Brooks hurt, he's out at least 4 games. First few weeks, Hubbard's going to get some touches.
He stole the
still
starting
starting.
role last year.
Well, no, but then they also have Miles Sanders too, don't they?
Yeah,
But he took the starting role from Miles Sanders.
but Miles ain't anything great. Whoa, that was loud. My
Yeah,
bad.
that was real loud.
You're good. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be sitting here for the whole rest of this draft, guys.
Probably not.
I am hungry as hell, and I can kill 20 minutes driving home.
Yeah.
So, it's not a personal thing, and to whoever is in the chat with Joey, but
There we go.
I got no chicken with my frozen lunch today, and I'm hungry. Dude, I called Mom about that. I was like, yo, you want a good laugh? She's like, what? So I tell her, she's like, are you kidding me? So I sent her the picture. She's like, holy shit. I can't believe that. I'm like, yo, for anybody that's still listening to us, so I get these frozen meals, right? They're called Smart Ones, okay? It's supposed to be like approved by Weight Watchers and trying to be somewhat healthy. And, so I get this chicken parm, right? So it's supposed to be a chicken cutlet with some cheese on it, some spaghetti, and some, marinara sauce. All right, life is good. So when you first put it in the microwave, you just peel a little corner. So the thing's frozen, so I can't see in it, So I peel a little corner, I put it in, run it for 4.5 minutes. Take the thing out, you're supposed to peel the cover all the way back, mix it all up, and I peel the cover all the way back. I'm like,
What the hell?
so I start moving the spaghetti, thinking like they got cheap with the chicken. Like maybe they just put like a thinner patty. No chicken, just cheese and spaghetti and sauce. No chicken.
You got a chicken.
So pissed. I almost went to Wendy's and I'm like, yo, screw it. I had too many meetings. So
You
I
got the
couldn't do it.
Parmesan, but no chicken.
They're like, come on, man.
All right, I'm doing it.
That's absolutely hilarious.
We're still
Singing
waiting
Chubba?
for you. Christian Watson.
There you go.
All right. So I don't know about you guys, but I say after this round,
Yeah, I'm with you, Dave. So
So-
after the flip,
yeah, we'll call it a show.
We
Call
call
it
it now
now.
while we got a little time here, because at least we can
Oh,
end
yeah,
the
we do a little
podcast
talking.
right. So, I mean, we pretty much got our starting rosters. We're just filling out the bench, defense, kickers. We can go through the rosters next week, the final rosters. But
I still don't have a
this
tight
is,
end.
I think, the longest show we've done, or the longest one we've done
Yes,
in many months.
Yes.
I think it went relatively well for not knowing what to expect out of drafting live while
was
trying
okay.
to do a show. I mean, we got in some baseball talk, we got in some WNBA talk, because again, nobody talks more WNBA than we do. And,
Let it be known.
Yeah, and until then, they should like, follow, subscribe,
Do all the free
share,
stuff.
all the free fun stuff. Do it. It helps us out. Why not?
Takes
If you
2
enjo-
seconds.
Yeah, even if you didn't enjoy it, hit it anyway. Why not? Give us an angry like.
Yeah, just do
You
it
know,
out of
we don't care.
frustration. Be like, well, he told me to do it, so I'll do it.
And before you guys are up picking, Joey, why don't you tell people where you can see you, find you?
You can find me here or on Instagram.
Where's here though?
Here's on YouTube at Die on This Hill.
What?
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that ties into your Instagram name too, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. You can find me at Instagram at JoeyDoth47.
And the DOTH stands for Die on This Hill. When he first told me, I was like, oh shit, I had no idea. You think I would have connected the
So
dots?
are you guys gonna die on the Indiana Fever Hill with me tonight?
I'll give him a playoff series.
I'll give him a playoff
I'll give him a
series.
playoff. Caitlin Clark
let's
steps
go.
up. I'll die on that hill
We're
with
dying
you.
on that hill.
Let's go with
Where
it.
can I find you, Dave?
You can find me on the Twitter, the tweet machine, the X, David Hastings 23. Holla at your boy.
Shout out real quick to Baklava in the chat room.
Baklava.
Yeah.
Baklava.
And I think that's about going to wrap it up for our draft coverage here.
No draft coverage. That's one way to refer to it.
You can follow me at The Living Legend on X or at Die on This Hill on YouTube. Find us on Spotify, Apple, Google, anywhere you find your podcasting, you can find us. And yeah, until next
shit.
week, Dave, I hope the rest of your picks go well, my friend, and we have a nice competitive season. You as well, Joey.
Thanks,
And
Eric. You too.
yeah, until next week, don't be afraid to have an opinion and die on this hill with us.